this is Iszy Hershford Licht, and this is the University of Chicago Public Policy Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Have You Heard, the UC3P News Quiz. I'm announcer and scorekeeper Patrick Taylor, a first year in the college, and here's your host, Jason Zukus.
Thanks, Patrick. My name is Jason Zukus, a joint degree MPP MBA student at the University of Chicago, and as Patrick said, your host for this program. I'm joined today by three contestants: Peter Danos, a second-year MPP at Chicago Harris; Shelby Barron, a first-year MPP student at Chicago Harris; and Gabe Schoenbach, a third-year student in the college. And we'll also be joined later by Harris Assistant Director Milvia Rodriguez, who will participate in a special quiz round. But first, we'll start with a round of Complete the Quote for our student panelists. I'll read out some recent quotes from the news, and you'll need to tell me who said it or who it was about. Peter, you ready for the first question?
Yes.
Okay. It was recently reported in Bob Woodward's new book, Fear, that after being repeatedly requested to appear on talk shows by former Press Secretary Sean Spicer, this cabinet member replied, "I've killed people for a living. If you call me again, I'm going to effing send you to Afghanistan." Which charismatic cabinet member shut down Spicer in this way?
James Mattis.
It is Jim Mad Dog Mattis.
Very good.
So yes, Mattis gracefully rejected Spicer's request, likely because he hates appearing on TV shows. He's appeared on only one network show, and when asked what keeps him awake at night, he replies, "Nothing. I keep other people awake at night." Scary man. Now, Shelby, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. A man was recently thrown out of a Trump rally and subsequently arrested after resisting his forced removal. He was charged with obstructing the legal process, trespassing, and disorderly conduct. What did he repeatedly yell that got him thrown out of the rally?
Freebird.
No. Well, so here's a hint. It's something you're more likely to yell at home than at a rally. Maybe something you might yell to your parents. What was he calling Trump?
Dad.
Yes, he was actually yelling out "Dad" repeatedly. The man-bun-wearing protester was kicked out of the Mayo Civic Center in Rochester, Minnesota, for repeatedly yelling "Dad." He has a history of getting kicked out of Trump rallies, and his man bun has even been recognized by Trump, who questioned whether he was a man or a woman because he needs a haircut more than I do. It's just his charismatic self. All right, Gabe, ready for our final question of this round?
Yes.
All right, former First Lady Michelle Obama has always been known for her amicable nature, and as of late, Mrs. Obama has begun a new friendship. She was seen being passed a cough drop by this former president and is known to sit next to him at all official functions. She described him as her partner in crime, forever seatmates, and that she loves him to death. Who is Michelle's second favorite former president?
That'd be George W. Bush.
It is George W. Bush. Despite party differences, President Bush and Mrs. Obama seem to be best friends. So when asked further about it, Mrs. Obama remarked, "Party doesn't separate us. Color, gender, those sorts of things don't separate us." Regarding the cough drops, she said that they were old and still in White House boxes when from when the Bushes were in the White House. So a little strange that he still has those. All right, now after the break, we'll be having on Harris Assistant Director for Student Affairs Milvia Rodriguez for a special round of Not My Research Area, where we ask faculty and staff about topics completely unrelated from their academic area of expertise.
Well, joining us today as our special guest is Milvia Rodriguez, the Assistant Director for Student Affairs, Academic Advising, and Financial Aid at the Harris School of Public Policy. Milvia also provides staff support to a number of student organizations, including Minorities in Public Policy, Latin American Matters, and Black Action for Public Policy. Milvia came to Harris from the world of academic teaching, music performance, and student affairs. Please give a warm welcome to Milvia Rodriguez.
Hi, Milvia. Thank you for joining Have You Heard, the UC3P News Quiz.
Hi, Jason.
In his introduction, Patrick touched on your musical background, something I didn't really know about before the show. So I didn't realize you actually previously served as a staff accompanist and have a doctorate in musical arts.
Yes.
So do you do anything now to keep up on your musical pursuits?
I have a piano at home, I play it sometimes when you guys let me go home.
That sounds great.
I listen to a lot of music.
What's your favorite composer or type of music you like to play on the piano?
I am very classically oriented, so anything from long time ago.
Okay.
1800s.
Wow. And so prior to joining Harris, you also worked with the administrative team of the Norris University Center at Northwestern?
Yes.
Whoa, Whoa, what is I was about to say, now that you're safe here at U Chicago, can you tell us how bad was it at Northwestern?
I hope none of them listen to me now. No, it was great. I actually enjoyed Northwestern, Evanston, the students. I don't like sports very much, so I am happy I'm here at U Chicago.
And can you tell us a bit about what the Norris University Center is?
It's a student union that we don't have. So it's an old building. It's really ugly. I think Harris was more successful to build the Keller Center than they have been to get a new student union. So
that's just too bad for them, I guess.
That's too bad.
Too bad.
Yeah. But there is a lot of history.
Well, you're here today for a special round of Not My Research Area. So since you worked at this Norris University Center, we thought we'd ask you some trivia about one famous Norris I know, Chuck Norris.
Oh, I know him too.
Yeah. So he's an American martial artist of Walker, Texas Ranger fame, and he's perhaps best known for the viral Chuck Norris facts back a few years ago. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I love those.
Do you guys want to hear a couple examples if you're not as familiar? All right, here's some of my favorites. Chuck Norris does not sleep, he waits. Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door. There is no theory of evolution, just a list of creatures Chuck Norris allows to live. When Chuck Norris sends in his taxes, he sends blank forms and includes only a picture of himself crouched and ready to attack.
Oh, just like someone else.
Anyway,
Great.
So here's the first question. Chuck Norris's film career was launched with his appearance in The Way of the Dragon, in which he appeared alongside which martial arts star? Is it A, Bruce Lee, B, Jackie Chan, or C, Jet Li?
Bruce Lee?
It is Bruce Lee, A, yes.
Yes! I'm a child of the 70s.
Yeah, Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee were friends from competing in world karate tournaments.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, next question. Which of the following did Chuck Norris invent? Was it A, the woodchuck, a handheld wood chipper, B, the Chuck Norris system, a hybrid martial arts style, or C, the Chuck Norris diet, a high-protein fitness diet?
C? No, B.
It was B, the Chuck Norris system. It's also known as Chun Kuk Do and includes a code of honor to live by.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh. I hope he remembers the code.
Well, here's your final question. Which of these companies did Chuck Norris not appear in a commercial for? Was it A, United Healthcare, B, World of Warcraft, or C, Mitsubishi?
B?
No, it's actually C, Mitsubishi.
Oh,
So
wow.
he did appear in commercials for Toyota, but not for Mitsubishi. But we're giving you B. I think you quickly realized the correct answer. So I think that's 2 out of 3. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Emily, do you want to come up real quick? And we'll give you each your special prize. So for winning this Chuck Norris round, we got you each Chuck Norris wall calendars for the new year. All right.
It's amazing.
Hi, this is Coco Yim from the University of Chicago Public Policy Podcast. I'm the producer of the new podcast show called Just China. We hope to explore China's domestic policies and how China interacts with the world. Make sure to stay tuned for our interviews with experts working on China topics. Now back to your programming.
Well, now we're going to get back to Have You Heard, the UC3P News Quiz, and back to our panelists and your host, Jason Zukus.
Yes, let's get back to some more questions for our panelists. These will be multiple choice trivia questions where I'll give you 3 options and you have to do your best to pick the right one. So we'll start with a round I'm calling What's That Musk? A quiz round about weird but true stories of Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Who wants to start? Gabe? All right, yeah. Gabe. The SEC is not the only one to threaten Elon Musk with legal action recently. Tom Edwards, a Colorado potter, also is considering a suit against Musk for what reason? Is it A, using his farting unicorn artwork without his permission? B, borrowing his name for an unintelligent example customer in the Tesla user manual? Or C, not paying him for the specialty car-shaped mugs used in the Tesla headquarters cafe?
I'm going to say B, the name one.
No, it's actually A, the farting unicorn artwork. So the potter came up with the design of a unicorn farting electricity and started selling his mugs with the design on them. But then after they got the attention of Elon Musk, it appears that he used the design to promote Tesla's new Sketchpad feature on their car touchscreens without compensating or even crediting Edwards. So it seems like a pretty sketchy thing to do. Peter, I saw you roll your eyes at that one. So here's the next question. To raise money for the Boring Company, which is Elon Musk's venture to dig tunnels for transportation infrastructure, including his futuristic Hyperloop, Musk sold which novelty item at the beginning of this year? Was it A, flamethrowers, B, hoverboards, or C, tasers?
I'm going to say flamethrower.
It was flamethrowers, that's right. And even with a $500 price tag, they quickly sold all 20,000 of them in just 4 days. So the next time you're trying to think of a way to raise $10 million, there you go. All right, finally, Shelby. So Musk is trying to launch yet another venture, though this one has faced regulatory pushback. Was it for A, Tesla, his own airline, B, Teslaquila, his own tequila brand, or C, Teslotto, his own private lottery?
I'm going to say A.
A, Tesla? No, it's actually Teslaquila. Yeah. Sounds like a great idea in my mind, but Mexico's Tequila Regulatory Council warned Musk that Teslaquila sounds similar enough to tequila that it must come from the specific region of Mexico that's allowed to use that appellation, similar to how champagne must come from the Champagne region of France. Though Musk tweeted that he's willing to fight Big Tequila. I guess we'll see where that goes. So I feel like I needed some tequila at the beginning of this week, trying to fly back to Chicago in that crazy snowstorm. I don't know if any of you had similar problems. It's November and we're already having snowstorms. It's pretty crazy. But on the topic of winter, here's a round on winter sports. We'll go back to Shelby. Earlier this year, Brad Marchand of the Boston Bruins was put on notice by NHL officials after doing what to an opposing player in a hockey game this year? Was it A, yelling insults at him about his mother, B, punching him in the groin, or C, licking his face?
I'm going to say C, licking his face.
It was indeed licking his face. How could it be anything else? And speaking of winter sports, Peter, I don't know about you, but one of my favorites is curling. Where you push a curling stone down the ice and then teammates use brooms to try to get it to kind of this sort of bullseye area. So it turns out that those special curling stones come from a very specific place. Is it from A, Isla Craig, Scotland, B, McNabb's Island in Nova Scotia, Canada, or C, Lucerne, Switzerland?
B.
No, it's actually Isla Craig, Scotland, A. There's just one manufacturer that has exclusive rights to the granite quarries on that small island, the Cays of Scotland, so it has a monopoly on the production of curling stones for major tournaments in the Olympics.
Cool.
So Gabe, there was also some recent controversy in the world of curling. Just last week, the Canadian team that won the Olympic gold medal in the 2014 Sochi Olympics was kicked out of the Red Deer Curling Classic in Alberta, Canada for this reason. A, they licked their opponents' faces. B, they got drunk and damaged the locker rooms and curling equipment. Or C, they were caught tampering with their opponent's curling stone before their match.
I'm going to go with the tampering.
No, unfortunately there has been no Deflategate equivalent in curling yet. But it was actually B. They got drunk and damaged the locker rooms. So on the topic of weird sports, next we'll have a strange sports themed 2 Truths and a Lie segment. Each panelist will read out a story, and you'll have to decide which one is not a real story from the news. So we'll pick the next person from the top performers at our pre-show interactive quiz to participate. So Patrick, who will that be?
That will be Hannah DG. Screen name Hannah DG.
Okay, Hannah. Are you ready to tell truth from fiction?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, we'll start with Shelby